Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Ducks offense will get first crack at it here. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Toss to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Moore to the air. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
On the ground, it's Hill. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical. They stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first.
Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And he's brought down after a nice game. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to run it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Moore will throw. Gets it out quickly. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. looking for the goal line. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Oregon! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. So USC's offense will go to work for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Snags it down the right side to the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Off the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Hunter. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Jordan. A huge...
have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, looking at matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Catch in the middle. It's Lane. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Grabbed in the middle. It's Strachan. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is, now can they keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, USC! The offense cashing it in on that drive. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Moore to the air. Using his legs to buy some time. He's got it down the left. Lots of running room. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Flushed out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. He's open on the right. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They want to run it left here. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they... for a loss.
And this On first down, man, they go backwards, and they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Pulls and fires complete. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Moore will throw. Looking to scramble. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Gets the back moving. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Pulls it in. It's Lane. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Hunter. And they pick up just a few on that completion. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to get it through the air. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Bunch formation for these receivers. Moore to the air. Moves around to clear up the vision. Look out, he's got room. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Green. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Lost a throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. They'll try to snap it quickly. Second down, he'll throw it. Wide open downfield. There he goes. Run out of bounds just before he can get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Wide receiver comes in motion. Moore will throw. Touchdown, Ducks! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll give it on the counter. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Hunter. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to fire on second down. Bring in the heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Catch in the middle, it's Hunter. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hansen.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, and letting him get some positive yards.
The Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead.
Turning it on. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice beat?
Oh, he found a space on the right. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back.
Hold.
Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. Hands it off. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He's going for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. We're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's got it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. They boot it away on fourth down. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Moore to the air. Pocket breaking down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hill. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. A strike downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Now adjusting. Going to try to get it himself. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for a gap. It's Davison. And as they get into the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Going downfield for the big play. And he's got it inside the 20. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Right on the money. Touchdown Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Oregon 42, USC 7.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Russell. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
You know, that play right there shows me that the quarterback has a plan. He had no hesitation. The defense was bearing down on him. He got hit on that play, but he knew where his running back was. He got it out to him quick, and as a result...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took him right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Offense in a bunch formation. Moore will throw. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it behind the line. It's Wormley. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. The quick out. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
That's caught. It's Crockett. You want to talk about light on your feet. Man, can he get through there. He's down to the 37.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game is going.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
To the air. It's Hoover. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Hands it off on the counter. Takes it the other way. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. This time of year, when you're the higher-ranked team, you're getting everybody's best shot. And, guys, they answered the bell.
There are head coaches in this sport that say nameless, faceless opponents. You got to be able to show up. You got to be able to bring your best game to the park, regardless of who you're playing. A lot of eyes on this one, David, because of the rankings. But, man, they were